Now let's move on to a movie we saw the other night, starring Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Jason Bateman, Marlon Wayans, Viola Davis, Chris Tucker. Air, Courting a Legend. I'm gonna let you get started, Janelle.
It was really good. It was really good. However, just the one thing is I don't think it necessarily needs to be seen on a big screen. It could wait for streaming. It doesn't make it any less good. We all know that there was a major Apple movie that won a big Oscar. We talked about it last night. Our concern is it came out too early to be considered for an Oscar. It might be forgotten by then, but I think the ensemble cast is great. I think Matt Damon certainly is the star of this movie, but let's not overlook the fact that Chris Tucker is back on the big screen, and it was enjoyable to see. It was like kind of like an old friend, like where you been? So I think it was great. I think it was great that they actually did not show Michael Jordan's
Yeah.
face as another actor. I think we've discussed previously about spinning gold. I think that's kind of one of the drawbacks about that is trying to use people who are famously known. But yeah, no, I think it was really good. I just hope it doesn't get lost in the award shuffle.
Tony?
I mean, for this kind of a film to come, it's honestly absurd. This is going to be one of the best films of 2023. I know it's only April and I sound crazy saying that. It is that great of a film. Hats off to Ben Affleck. He directed in the past. I personally loved Argo, which I think came back into the but this is him at the top of his game. He's going to be in the conversation. As for the cast, perfectly cast film. Matt Damon's incredible. Jason Bateman is incredible. Chris Messina, as we mentioned, Chris Tucker, Viola, and of course the incomparable Viola Davis, and even Ben. He likes to give his moments, of course, as Phil Knight, but he doesn't try to steal the spotlight at any point. So a perfect cast that combines to just honestly deliver laugh after laugh, and they all get to give their own kind of unique. They all have different charming abilities and different great and can make you laugh, and they all get to really hone in on that. Sorry, um, but I mean, I just was blown away by this type of film, and
Janelle?
I gave my opinion.
it's James's turn now.
Oh, you already gave. I'm sorry. I'm looking at stuff. Okay, James Thomas. Here we go. Duh. He's off in another world. Let's not forget Marlon Wayans was in this. JMR was in this, and Julius Tenen was also in this. I agree with you wholeheartedly, Tony. Let's hope this doesn't get lost. This was a great movie. Ben Affleck did a great job. Yes, I can still watch Argo over and over again. And I think Air is one of those movies that I can watch over and over again. I think what was even more interesting was giving us a look inside the business side of sports, entertainment, and franchising an athlete and connecting them with a shoe company, an athletic company. It was very interesting. And I love the agent. That the scenes with Matt Damon and the agent, oh man, they're definitely worth it. And Chris Tucker in the beginning, he was good too. So you're gonna get a good laugh out of this too. So I guess I'll go ahead and get it started. Again, guys, 4.5. I'm gonna say 4.5 for Air. Janelle?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think 4.5 is a good setting point for it. It hits all the notes. It's funny. It's actually it has you know how it ends. You know how the story ends, and yet you're still sitting there in suspense. So good job on that. You still feel the emotion of it. But like you can't speak enough for the cast. So how the chemistry between everybody, how they all bounce off of each other. The the writing seems organic in it. It's well done. And the
Tony?
soundtrack.
I'm
Do
sorry.
not let me
Oh
forget.
yeah, thank you.
1984 soundtrack
Yes,
for all
yes.
of us oldies out there. It is perfect. It just once again proves what I said way back when, that the 80s had the best music, period. So, yeah.
Tony.
Look, it's a 5 out of 5 for me. I can't. I've thought about it. Like, what would I change? What is there something that took me out of it? There's nothing. We talked about the '80s soundtrack. It right now, 2020. We have Mario has an 80s soundtrack. This is an 80s soundtrack. Of course, Tetris had an 80s. It's charming from start to finish. It's so funny. Even, and I saw an interview a couple weeks ago saying people are going to be surprised at how funny it is.
Keep freezing.
I know. Sorry, it's storming this morning. So what are you going to do?
That's right. It is storming this morning as we're doing this. So, folks, please bear with Tony. So you say you give it 5 out of 5?
I do give it 5 out of 5. Like I said, charming from start to finish, full of laughs, more than you even are expecting. I mean, at this point, I just want to see how, like you said, it's going to carry over for another 8+ months, because this is thoroughly deserving of a Best Picture nomination. I'm not going to call it a Best Picture winner yet. A lot of things still to go, but this could definitely be in the running at this time of the year. And it's, everyone's going to have their own favorites when it comes to the supporting cast. Everyone's going to be like, oh, Chris Messina is my favorite. Personally, Jason Bateman was fantastic, for me. But so it might be hard to single somebody out. But this is definitely one of those films that's going to stick with you. I wouldn't change a thing. And the soundtrack to the 80s continues.
Yep, definitely. So we'll give it 4.5. You got 2 4.5s, and then a 5. Okay, there you go, folks. Super Mario Brothers, Air, talking about Air Jordans. Thank you so much for joining us on Morning Men. We'll see you next week.